Okay, suck it up or complain. Which is the way to go for entrepreneurs? Stick around, guys. We're going to figure this one out. Welcome back, guys. I'm Dan from MillennialMotivator.ca, helping you learn how to create, engage, and inspire. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click that like button down there, the little bell next to it. You'll get notified when my next video goes live. We put out videos here Monday through Friday that are all about your health, your home, your happiness. Just trying to help you guys get out there and enjoy life a little bit more. Saturday, we're going to go live. So again, if you guys have a YouTube channel or a website or social network you want me to check out live on stream, I'm happy to do that, give you guys some tips and feedback. I do work as a digital marketing consultant professionally outside of this YouTube channel, so I'm happy to do that on Saturdays live with the community. Today, what we're looking at is suck it up or go ahead and have yourself a little wine. Which one is it going to be? Now, for those of you that watch my channel, you've seen some of my other videos, I'm sure you're probably going to lean to one side or the other on this with me, thinking, oh, Dan's going to definitely jump to this conclusion. But you might be a little bit surprised. So, without further ado, let's get going. Okay, let's look at the first one. Suck it up. Now, as somebody who struggles with PTSD, suck it up is something that I have learned to let go a little bit. And why do I say this? There is an entire generation that, not the generation before the millennials, but an entire generation back in the 30s, 40s, 20s, they had to suck it up. And it wasn't because it was something they were taught, it's because it was reality. Life sucked for everyone. It was hard. You had to suck it up. It wasn't optional. It just wasn't. And let me tell you, there's a lot of good that came from that era. There's a lot of amazing people and amazing things were accomplished during that time. But that being said, there's a lot of damage that was done as well with people that learned that it was better just to close your mouth, push through, and not recognize when you were coming up against feelings of depression, sadness, anger, grief, anxiety. These things are realities, and especially these days as entrepreneurs, you are going to come up against it. Often as an entrepreneur, your journey will look like this. You'll get going, you'll be positive, you'll be geared up and ready to go, and you will either face adversity through challenges in your business, so you'll have a great idea and it will just face one trial after another, or people will get in the way. Your friends, your family even sometimes will tear down your ideas and your concepts and put in barricades in front of you. Believe me, that suck it up mentality is something that comes in and says, well, you should just suck it up and push forward. And to some extent, I really agree with that. It is a reality of a decision you've made to be an entrepreneur. That's gonna be there. That being said, though, I'm also a huge advocate for mastermind groups and mentorships that'll allow you to voice those opinions and concerns in regards to what's going on. So, if you're an entrepreneur, we've looked at the sucked up side of things, right? Suck it up can be damaging if that's your only viewpoint. If you're all the way over on that side of suck it up, it can lead long-term to breakdowns, depression, anxiety, and overall failure. If you're not taking care of the realities that things suck and you're doing something about it, it's going to be a big issue. So, if suck it up isn't perfect, what about the other side? Should we all have a good cry? Well, let's take a look at that one. So, you want to sit down and just have yourself a good cry. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against people that are emotional, people that are very sympathetic to others, people that are empathetic. You guys are great. I am clearly not one of those guys. I am a blunt, abrupt, grizzly old guy, even though I'm not that old. But for me, emotion is not something that I really cling to, and I find a lot of guy entrepreneurs have that problem. However, there are guys out there that are emotional, and there are lots of women entrepreneurs that are amazing women entrepreneurs because they are so in touch with their emotions and feelings. Now, the only issue that I have with the emotions and feelings is when it's a constant issue. When every meeting ends with you in tears. When every trial ends with you depressed and needing Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Whether that's a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. If your emotions are a constant roadblock to you growing and succeeding, we've hit another problem. Now, well, on one side, in the long term, you can face serious issues from just shoving things down and sucking it up. In the immediate, you can face issues with emotions. If you allow your emotions to overtake you consistently, you never build up any resilience. You never build up any steadfastness. You're not able to persevere through hardship because your first response to anything challenging is to break down and cry. This is not okay. It is okay to cry. It is okay to be honest about your feelings. It is okay to have that as an entrepreneur. However, there has to be a healthy outlet for that. You cannot just cry all the time. You can't break down. You can't go look for a safe space all the time. Life is hard. Being an entrepreneur is that much harder. You have made this decision. You're going to have to struggle. There's going to be sweat. You got to deal with that. But ultimately, if crying's not perfect and suck it up's not perfect, what's the solution? What should we be doing as entrepreneurs? I'm no expert, but I am going to give you a few tips that I've learned through personal experience. Now, I've already touched on some of these earlier in the video, but the first one that I highly recommend for you guys is a mastermind group, okay? A mastermind group, for those of you that don't know, is a collection of entrepreneurs that are at similar stages in their career and are helping one another achieve their goals and give each other some backing, support, some motivation, some encouragement. The advantage of being in a mastermind is it gives you an outlet, a healthy outlet for you to vent, for you to get those emotions out there in a safe environment where you can expect critique. Now, also with that, you can expect that group to be there for you, whether you meet monthly or weekly. And as a result of that, it gives you the strength to suck it up until your next meeting. Don't break down with clients. Don't break down with those that have no care or clue what your business is about. Instead, make sure that you keep notes, keep a journal. If you don't have a journal, go on Amazon. There's tons of these bad boys. They're fantastic. I love these things. Keep them around. Keep track of what's going on. When you feel like breaking down, write down what's happening and bring that to your mastermind. And when you're in your mastermind, that's when you vent. That's when you rant. That's when you just lose it. And that's the place to do it. Having that relationship inside of a mastermind group where you're bringing people your problems, your issues, and they're helping you solve it is great. And also, you'll learn that that's an environment where others can do the same. It's a very, very useful tool, guys. If you don't have a mastermind group, I highly recommend you go find one. Now, that being said, what else can you do as an entrepreneur? Mentorship, okay? Now, masterminds and mentorship often get either confused or muddled or overlapping, and they're not the same thing. So a mastermind group is a collective. Okay, the relationship is a symbiotic one where everybody is working with everybody to balance and grow as a unit, okay? It's not that there's a leader of the group and everybody is following the leader. That's not how that works. Now, a mentor and an apprentice is an age-old style of just growth, and that mentorship apprenticeship is a beautiful way for you to have a similar output to a mastermind group, but it is more for those that I think lean to the emotional reaction to things, okay? So when you have a person that is all about suck it up, they need a group that they feel like they are equals and they can just openly voice that. Especially for those that feel quick to cry and need it on the spot, having a mentor is a one-on-one relationship. It's less open, it's less public. You're able to talk with somebody directly and build a relationship with somebody directly. And not only that, you give somebody permission to speak hard realities into your life. Essentially what a mentor does for somebody who's hyper emotional when it comes to their business is they're able to reach in, look at you and say, suck it up. You have somebody there to give you that verbal suck it up. You also have somebody there to support you when it's a legitimate concern that you have. If a client is beating you up and tearing you apart inside, it pays to have a mentor to say, drop the client, get rid of that. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. However, if a client didn't like your opinion and you're crying for 2 hours afterwards, it's also nice to have a mentor to tell you to suck it up. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope this helped you. Question of the day is, what do you guys think? Suck it up, have a little cry, somewhere in between? How do you manage it? Let me know down in the comments below. If you know somebody that needs to watch this video, please share it out with them. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Get out there. Subscribe that button. Get notified when I go live again, okay? Catch you tomorrow with another video, guys. See you then.